Way down in the valley so low.
It's very peaceful right now here at UCF. I haven't been filming all day long because, oh, look at that, they're picking everybody up at the library. It's quite peaceful here at UCF. I haven't been taking video all day long because I've been sitting in the library editing, literally just getting my butt whooped. I kind of came to school today, and I've just been doing work all day. And I don't know, it's just one of those things I'm just tired of doing. I need to figure out stuff to do, and I need to get in the groove. See, it's one of the biggest things about making videos is you got to get in the groove, and I don't know how yet. I don't know. I don't think I know exactly what I want. Part of it's going through so much footage, so I mean, I feel like I need to simplify it sometimes. And, you know, even though, like, going to California makes sense, you got tons of video, which I'm still backed up on right now. I got caught up from everything from, like, the day after California all the way up until today. As I'm filming right now, I've gotten everything else caught up, which is, I feel impressive for me. And the fact that this is the 17th day's worth of video that I've actually been filming is a big deal for me, because I actually am very inconsistent with a lot of things. I don't finish a lot of things. Now, unfortunately, this will have to be, you know, either finished or not finished, depending on how you want to look at it, because, well, me making a video every day has to stop at some point. It's unrealistic. I do this until I die. But regardless, I need to figure it out. I need to get through the groove of things. How do you make a daily vlog that's good and yet somehow so entertaining? I don't know. I gotta work on that. I'm thinking about it. Give me a minute. Well, one way to make a good, consistent vlog is to always be consistent. That means finding a groove. So me finding a groove, me doing something consistently, me knowing how to film, me knowing what I want to film. How many times am I going to have to change things up? How often am I going to have to do one thing or another? It's very difficult, but that's the best I can do right now. So getting into the groove, getting into the habit, I think that's the first step. There's our student union. It's crazy to imagine that this place is slam packed normally. It's insane. Not a single person here. It's just me. I don't think I can cut through, so I'm just gonna walk way around. I parked in the back of the school. I got a test in 2 hours. Sorry, 10 hours. Time 12, 10, 3. Basically, it's at 10 something tomorrow. In the morning, unfortunately. But the reason I picked the morning was to wake me up. It forces me to wake up. Same thing with my new job. A lot of the days I'm working are going to be in the morning, which forces me to wake up. And I think that's a good thing, because when you wake up in the morning, you're more productive. Today, I didn't wake up till... Actually, I woke up pretty early. It was about 9-ish. But at the same point, you know, I was very productive, but I was a zombie all day. So as far as videotaping goes, I was doing nothing. Just sat around and worked. Flabbergasted. Dang flabbit. Another thing I have to do is I have to not only be consistent with my videos, but I gotta generate good content. Nobody wants to watch a video about some guy just talking about daily crap in his life. They want to see a video about a guy, or girl, whatever, doing something cool. I mean, you can't expect somebody to do something great on a daily basis, but some people, the only vlogger I think I've ever actually watched, and of course not all his videos, because I think there's over 1,000 something, is Adam the Woo. He did a daily vlog, and not every one of them was phenomenal. In fact, most of them were just kind of whatever. There was just his day. But some of them had good content or updates for what he did. So I think that's another thing about doing a daily vlog, and again, I'm working on that part too, is you need to add more content than just blog. Blog is kind of almost like the Twitter of your videos. It's designed to basically be updated information or abridged versions of the day, or just, you know, kind of like what I've been trying to do, make little snippets of just videos and clips of me talking. Not necessarily the entire thing, but depending on how much you film, it could be. I don't know. But you also have to have that side content put on there, because that's what people want to see, and then they notice that you have a blog in the recommendations if they watch enough of your stuff, and then they click that, or one of the videos that they're interested in is the blog, they click it, and then they go, it's not bad, and they keep going. So you have to be interesting, and you have to be consistent. So I've gotten the consistency part down. Interesting, that's up to you. I don't know. I think I'm interesting, but Maybe not in a video format way, but I'm determined to make it work. It's hard to find people to hang out with. It's hard to find things to do. It's ridiculous. But at that point, I think I'd need to make better efforts. You know, I want to be honest, meeting new people when you're my age is really tough. Being 22, I'm not saying like I'm old or I'm young. I'm just saying being a millennial, being this generation compared to being older generations is tough. Everybody's delved into their phone. See the irony here, but most people are delved in their phone on social media, and not for what I'm trying to do. It's just, you know, a vlog. It's just them. I don't know. I can't even really crap on it because I actually do not know. All I can say is most people are just delved into it, and in a lot of ways, including me, whether for better or for worse. So, really analyzing what people are doing is very interesting, but it's very hard. Going out with people is very difficult. I haven't been in a lot of cases, guys. Man, I hope one day I become famous as all hell, because one day someone can look back at this video and go, Jesus, really? But no, I don't go out with a lot of women. I don't. Wish I did. You know, I should more, but I'm just busy, and I didn't really connect to a lot of people. I'm weird. Everybody's delved into their phone. Everybody has different interests. My interests are actually more old-fashioned. You know, I like old music. I love watching movies, but older movies. I'm not into as much mainstream modern stuff. I might enjoy stuff, but I'm not like wired into it like a lot of people are. You know, I enjoy the entire spectrum, the entire, you know, lifespan of all these things: movies, TV shows, music, things like that, pop culture. Most people are only delved into the past 5 years, and so for me, it's very hard for me to meet somebody. Imagine me having a wall of license plates, you know, and me bringing over a girl to, you know, hang out with. How many people would actually, you know, think that's cool versus just think that's like the weirdest thing ever? Well, if you're older generation, probably a lot of people would think that's cool. But see, that's the question. My generation. Would my generation think that's, well, normal, let alone cool? Like, geez. You know, my friends are very supportive. You know, like Josh and Kim and all them. They're very supportive, but I don't know if they actually are supportive, or if they're just those kind of people. Like, are they truly supportive of me, or are they just supportive people in general, and no matter what you do, unless you're like murdering somebody, they're always going to have your back? So, you know, and is that a good thing or a bad thing? Do you want your friends to constantly have your back? You know, to the point where it's like you don't know if they're actually just, not necessarily lying to you, but if they're actually telling the truth, or if, I don't know. But regardless, I really need to work on my consistency skills, my remembering, and all kinds of things. Really, I'm going to try to branch out and do more things, look up more unique things to do. Try to make more friends, more unique friends. It'll really help, though, when I'm busy. I don't know. How, you know, if I have to work all the time, even if, you know, you have free time during the day, afternoon, or night, or morning, or whatever, because you're not working 24/7, even on days when I have to go to work and school, I still have free time. Not a lot, albeit, but still do have free time. What would I do? I can't just do like this every day. I gotta be unique, be interesting, be fun. Go to the beach. Well, there wouldn't be time to go to the beach. Can't film a movie. Try hanging out with friends. That's very difficult. See, the problem in college nowadays is that kids have it so much more difficult when it comes to things like school and whatnot nowadays than they did 40, 50 years ago. Now, obviously, we don't have to fight wars as much anymore, and there's not really a draft anymore. Like, I mean, yeah, the selective service exists, but nobody's really going into the draft, so that's a plus nowadays. But other than that, it's very difficult. You know, my generation, kids just have to work and have to go to school full time, and they can barely survive. There was a time back in the day you could work part-time and pay for your classes, and then your dad could pay for your housing by working a blue-collar job, and he could do that for 3 kids. You know, nowadays people have their parents paying for it, their government paying for it, them working full-time, if not part-time, while going to school full-time, and they still can barely make ends meet if they're lucky. It's difficult. It's difficult beyond belief. So, every time I try to hang out with somebody, it's very hard. You know, and same thing with going out with people. It's like, everybody's busy. You know? It's complex because every time I try to do anything unique, my family gives me crap. And they go, you need to focus on work and school. But when I do that enough, I start to just go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and get really angry or irritated or just tired, and I just kind of have a breakdown. And it's happened at least already a few times in this semester alone. Last semester alone, just spring, like it happened like 3 times. Because it was just focus on this, worry about that, blah blah. You know, it's finances, this, work, school, no time for friends, and I lost it. And I just said screw it, and I just dropped everything and went and hung out with friends for a bunch, and then grades slipped. I didn't have for one class. I had to bring all that up. You need to find a balance, and it's very hard because I don't think it's possible for me, at least, based off my life, because ADHD, whatever, you know. Wait, never mind. Sorry. Anyway, so I have to really try to balance things in life, and it's very difficult because, you know, having that mental cuckoo thingy makes you forget a lot of short-term things, and it makes you get distracted easily, and you have to constantly go, and plans change constantly, and it's tough, and it's the worst when people cancel plans on you. It sucks. You know, I'm not gonna get mad at them because they have valid reasons usually, and you know, I'm a fair person. It's not, you know, I'm not the center of the universe. I know that. You know, who is? You know, but it still sucks. Let's not lie to ourselves. It doesn't matter who it is. It sucks. It doesn't matter if it's somebody you hate. You'd probably be like, man, I freaking hate Johnny. I'm gonna smack him in the face. Cancels plans on you. What a bastard! He's canceled plans on me. You know, like nobody likes having things canceled on them. So, I think I have, you know, just that's why you gotta branch out more. I don't know, because I've had a lot of my friends, or I only have a couple friends, really, that I hang out with right now in the summer, because everybody else again is just so freaking busy that if I even bother asking, they're like, nope. Talk to me in August. I'm like, oh, okay. So, you know, I try to talk to like Josh and Ken because they're really, you know, the only other one is really Adam. You know, and right now he's busy because he's got a project he's working on. So me and him can't go driving around and checking stuff out. And then Josh and Kim, the problem is that they have 2 different schedules, so they try to meet up, and they can usually meet up. But then, you know, if you want to do a triple Venn diagram, you ever see a triple Venn diagram? The center is very, very tiny, and that's, you know, if you look at our time allotment and where we can spend it, all 3 of us together, it's minusculely small. So it's very rare. I mean, I think at one point I hung out with Josh and Kim together once a month for like 3 solid months. And that was about the closest I've ever gotten to consistency. It's very difficult. So I gotta really you know, work with it. And now my schedule's just gonna be full, and so it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be virtually impossible, if not literally impossible. Like, because right now you thought it was hard. Poof, man, it's gonna be literally impossible to hang out with them, and that sucks. Because every time I try to hang out, something comes up, and it's not their fault. They're busy people. They got a lot of you know, they've branched out more than me. But then again, they're from here and they've lived here their entire lives. I haven't, so that's kind of playing catch up. That's always fun. But you know, they've caught up. I have not, so I have to play catch up with them. You know, so I'm trying to like branch out and, you know, get to know them better and whatnot and everything, and you know, maybe I go too far sometimes. I don't know. Went to Disneyland, bought them souvenirs. You know, some people might say it's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Like buying my friends things. I don't know. But you know, they got a lot of things going on in their life, so things happen. And well, when you really think about it, I don't blame them. It's just, you know, it sucks. They have to cancel plans a lot. So, you know, my plans didn't get canceled, and then it's too last second to figure out anything else with somebody else to do. So I just kind of, you know, did my thing. And again, I don't blame them. I don't get mad at them. I understand. Stuff happens. There have been times in my life where I've been that person canceling like crazy because just everybody kept putting things up at the last second. You know, it just sucks when it's like dating somebody and getting dumped. You know, let's be honest, it's a lot better to do the dumping than to be dumped. You know, it sucks either way, and you've probably been on both sides of the spectrum, but everybody would rather cancel or end something than be the one getting canceled or broken up with. So, you know, as crappy as that could be, that's just how it goes. And so you just, you know, you have to move on. You have to deal with it. So, and I'm fine. It doesn't bother me. It's just kind of boring sometimes. And so I just want to find things to do. You know, so like right now I'm just talking. And I've been talking for like 20-something minutes. Well, I'm just bored. I don't know what to do. I've been sitting in class all day, or not in class. I barely went to class. I just been sitting in a library literally since 3:30. It's about 10:30, if not 11. You see my point? That's an entire full shift. I've just been sitting there. I'm just exhausted. So, I might have to go do something interesting tomorrow. I probably will, because I need to make up for it, not just for, vlogging, but because, Jesus Christ, I can't keep up with, it just bothers me. I just can't do it. But, I did learn something today. Light roast apparently has more caffeine than dark roast because roasting the coffee beans actually gets rid of the caffeine. So, even though Colombia says medium roast, not dark roast, like the Cuban, I always thought the Cuban coffee, because they always, it's strong coffee, they take a strong. Well, when you go to like Wawa and it says dark roast, you're like, oh yeah, it's gonna be good. Actually, at the least amount of caffeine, which explains a lot when I want to have a light roast when I go to, in the afternoon, so I don't stay up all night. And then I'm up all night, and then I have a dark roast in the morning because I need a lot of energy, and then I'm tired 20 minutes later. Wow, it makes a lot of sense. And, it's not crazy because when you look at decaf, it's very light and almost just watered down to the point where it's like, is that even legally coffee? It almost looks like tea. Not even black tea, it just looks like green tea. It's so light colored. So when you think of that, you think of, lighter it is, less caffeine it has, which makes sense. But no, the lighter it is, the more caffeine it has, because the caffeine does get boiled out when the heating process, and that's how you dark roast things, is you heat it up. And that makes sense when they explain it like that. It's just, I always imagine decaf being light, and so light roast means less caffeine than dark roast, because dark means it's more concentrated. But man, oh man, it just, wow, that was a life changer today. Seriously, that's gonna help me a lot more in the mornings, and it's gonna help me a lot more at nights when it comes to coffee, because I was doing it completely backwards. So that's a science fact for the day. But other than that, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna go home, pass out. I don't know if I'm gonna eat anything. I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna go home, pass out. It's a 30-45 minute drive from here. Go figure. And then I gotta get my magical butt up and come out here in the morning. So take a test. We'll see how that goes. So until next time.
My husband was a hard-working man, killed a mile and a half from here.